Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here, and I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. And the Intercontinental Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, and now NASDAQ have official plans to enter into the world of cryptocurrency in the first quarter of 2019. Now, we're going to be talking about the implications that these three giant market makers will have when they join the world of cryptocurrency, but also what they exactly plan to do and why they are joining the market now at seemingly such a weakened state. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this because we got a lot of information to discuss. So the title of this, of course, is What Crypto Winner? NASDAQ to Launch Bitcoin Futures Market Report. Now they're asking this because they are kind of confused, as a lot of people are. Why is NASDAQ? Why is the Intercontinental Exchange? Why is the New York Stock Exchange joining the cryptocurrency market, more specifically Bitcoin, when it's so weak? Why are they joining now that it's $3,000 rather than when it was $20,000? Why are they joining when it's weaker rather than when it was stronger with all the people backing it? Wouldn't they have had more money to make when it was so high up and when it was so hyped, just adding on to the hype? Well, the question and the answer to that is what I personally believe: they are not going to pay the premium for Bitcoin. I've talked about this before, but now Bitcoin's at a discount. You have three giant market makers joining the market, and they're getting Bitcoin for cheap. Quite honestly, I mean, when it was $16,000 at the beginning of the year, and now they're paying $3,500 for a Bitcoin, they are definitely getting a discount here. Could they be manipulating the market? Absolutely, they could. You can't prove it, but I mean, it's definitely a significant thing when you have three huge companies that say, hey, we want to get into the market. All of a sudden, prices go down, and now they're ready to launch. Now we know that this got delayed. It says the world's second largest stock exchange, NASDAQ, is planning to introduce Bitcoin futures within the first quarter of 2019. Sources told Bloomberg that NASDAQ has been cooperating with Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, to receive regulatory approval to operate as a compliant cryptocurrency futures market operator. The reporter read, NASDAQ has been working to satisfy concerns of the U.S. mainly swaps regulator, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, before launching contracts. The people said the New York Stock Exchange operator, which was the first reported eye-opening Bitcoin future last year, wants to allow trading in the first quarter of 2019. One of the people said. So with this being said, and now that we know that NASDAQ is joining almost at the same time as the Intercontinental Exchange and New York Stock Exchange's, company BAKKT, what does this mean? If you have BAKKT and NASDAQ entering the market at almost the same time, what does this mean for cryptocurrency? Well, it explains it a little bit down here, but essentially it's saying, well, this could add liquidity, this could add volume, and in return of them essentially giving cryptocurrency direct access to their users in an easier way, much like Coinbase, but on a bigger scale, this could add price to Bitcoin. Now, it's kind of ironic, as I mentioned, I don't want to talk too much conspiracy here, but it's kind of ironic that these guys have been talking about how they want to get into the market. All of a sudden, prices tank, and now they're like, hey, we're ready to get in. Again, could they have correlation? They could, but we don't know as of yet. The SEC's concerns are since the August when the United States SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, denied exchange-traded funds, aka ETFs, based on the futures market. The commission consistently stated that the futures market is simply not of significant size to handle large-scale investment vehicles. In the next 6 to 12 months, the stance on the SEC towards Bitcoin futures market could change if BAKKT and NASDAQ demonstrate real demand for local investors. Now, do I think this is going to happen right away? No, I really don't. I think it's going to take some time. I think it's going to take some trust. I think a lot of people have been hurt in the recent price action of Bitcoin, and I think that this trust is going to take time to get back. Now, when BAKKT, aka the New York Stock Exchange and the Intercontinental Exchange, and NASDAQ enter into the market, I think that is going to be an opening point. People are going to start gaining trust back because they're saying, hey, well, if NASDAQ and the Intercontinental and the New York Stock Exchange are willing to get into this, they wouldn't be pouring money into this seemingly when stocks are going down if they didn't believe in it, right? We're seeing stocks go down right now, and you're seeing a hit in the market, but you're seeing them really show and share their concerns for cryptocurrency and wanting to get in, and even when stocks are going down. Now, if this was a serious thing, if they were really scared about cryptocurrency, they wouldn't be saying, they would be pushing their dates back. They would be saying, oh, hey, well, something happened. We got to push our dates back now. We actually can't start up our cryptocurrency exchange. We can't start up our cryptocurrency futures as of yet because X, Y, and Z came up. But that's not what's happening at all. In fact, you're having stocks go down. You're having the NASDAQ drop, and you're seeing them saying, hey, we're pushing this, and in fact, we're pushing this for next quarter. You know, this is only a month, 2 months away now, and we want to let you guys know that we are very much still working on it, and we're pushing to put it out ASAP in the first month of 2019 and later January. So this is something that they are obviously very excited to push now that the price is low, but also they even talk about this somewhere in here. So here it is actually. So the entrance of NASDAQ in a long-lasting bear market and downtrend suggests that the company sees sufficient institutional demand from the U.S. market. A conglomerate, in the size of NASDAQ does not allocate a large portion of its resources to develop an infrastructure for a new asset class unless it is certain that the demand will grow over time. Now that is huge. I think that says everything because that is what we have been referring to. They are not taking the risk here. They are not the type of companies to take the risk. And with them entering into the market, that's saying something of, hey, you need to pay attention here. They are not wasting their money. They're not being stupid. They know that it's cheap and they know this is the time to enter, in that they believe in it, because they're not going to waste their money on something that they think is going to be gone in 5 to 10 years. They would not waste the amount of money. It would be a complete use of their time, a complete use of their money, and it would essentially lose trust in their name because they're saying, hey, remember when you invested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies back in 2018 and they just disappeared? That would ruin the name of NASDAQ. I mean, so many people would be, you think people are hurting now. If they came out and a lot of people invested and then it just dies off, way more people would be hurt. And they'd look at the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ as the cause of that because tons of people would put their money in there. And this is saying, once they enter into this market, I believe it's for good. I think it's solid. I think that will be, the beginning of the real beginning for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. That's essentially, of course, there is like the rare chance that they could come out and just say, hey, we're just getting rid of it. I don't know. That is almost impossible to happen. But with them coming out and doing this, I think that this is the beginning of the beginning for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, solidifying its place in history and setting this as the marking date of where things are going to take off. Now, does this mean cryptocurrency is going to be at $100,000 when this happens? No. Does it mean it's going to be at $10,000 when it happens? No. But what this does is it opens up the doorway for so many possibilities and essentially shuts the door of the possibility of Bitcoin just getting erased. It's putting an extra lock on the door of saying, you think cryptocurrency can disappear? Let's put another lock on that door, and because here comes NASDAQ. Let's put another lock on that door because the New York Stock Exchange is in on it now. And what you have is when you have these big market players entering into the market for long-term companies, they are not going to let this thing just float away. They are not. They're going to, in the least, get their money back. But if they're entering into this market, you can be sure that they're entering into it for a long term. There just really isn't much more to be said than that. They are not the companies. If you know anything about the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, they're not going to be wasting money, especially not in the market right now. And they're doing this for a long term. So don't be fooled. And, that pretty much says it all in there, and that's pretty much the sum of this video. But I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that with them entering into the market, it's not one of those things where you're like, oh, cool, it's entering into the market, hopefully it'll do something. It's one of those things where it is going to be a milestone for cryptocurrency. Now, I also wanted to make this video so that people understood that when this comes out, it's not going to be like, oh my God, they're entering into the market. I got to buy at 3K before it hits, 20K, because when they entered into the market, everything's just going to moon. That's not how it's going to be. Do I believe that this can bring a lot of bullish momentum? Yes. I don't think it's just going to absolutely pump the price like a new coin getting added to Coinbase. I just don't think that's very likely. But what I do think is that this is the foundation for having a market reversal and the foundation for starting a new era for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, not only because it's trusted, but because of the availability that it produces. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. That's going to bring this video to an end. If you guys did, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. Don't be afraid to comment in the comment section down below. I'm very active in there. But until next time, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this. But I'll see you guys in the next video.